Time's up. Let's do this.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is BlizzCon Community Qualifier for Indonesia. I am Babael. Joining me today is Katips, and we're bringing you the Phase 2 part of this tournament where players are in a single elimination best of 5 and only 1 out of 8 will go through to qualify and represent Indonesia in the BlizzCon Americas Tournament. Katips, who do you think is going to win this whole thing?
Oh man, I have my money on CyberJets just because he's been playing so well. He's been up against Nyx, who is a really strong player and did really well. That said, they weren't really playing. I mean, I feel like Nyx wasn't playing that seriously in that last match because it wasn't a. I mean, it didn't matter who won that last match. That said, my money is still on CyberJets. How about you?
My money is gonna be on Nyx then.
All right, we'll see. Well, it's good that they're on separate sides of the bracket, which I posted in the chat right now, and they might still yet see themselves in the finals. So we'll see. But up right now, we have Zenix versus cLoveer. cLoveer.
But
okay, this is kind of like a classic matchup. Druid, which looks to be a ramp druid, given that there's a blueberry in hand for Zenix, and Control Warrior. So it's not as long a game as like a Paladin versus Warrior or Paladin versus Priest. It might get there, but it also depends on how fast the Druid can ramp. So he does have his turn 2 wild growth. He has Innervate in his hand. So let's see if the Warrior can keep up with the ramping of the Druid.
yeah,
How do you like this matchup though?
Boring to me. I don't find it as exceptionally enticing. But okay, before we go on, let's just say who's where first. Zenix is playing as the Druid that's taking the left hand side as well as the top half of this board. cLoveer gonna be the one at the bottom half of this board and currently having some notifications popping up, but he's gonna be on the bottom half here and playing as a warrior. So lower tap very early on with coin. It seems like he's gonna prevent a turn 5 play, but Sanyu Chewmaster is gonna come out. It's not really gonna deter lower tap. Main reason why I think Zenix did that is because he is gonna innovate out the big taunt.
Oh my gosh!
Blueberry.
Do it!
Are we gonna do
it! Do it! Blueberry turn 5. Oh, nice.
Are we really gonna see that, or probably just gonna blow a Sludge Belcher? What do you think he should do here?
Sludge Belcher to be safe because he's not going to be under any threats with Lothap taking care of the Tazdingo, so he can just naturally progress into his ramp. So he has Sunwalker now. If he hadn't drawn Sunwalker, maybe I would have played recommended Ancient of War and Lightning Storm is happening outside. But anyway, now that he has Sunwalker, yeah. Now that he has Sunwalker, I think he can just naturally progress and save his Innervate for maybe having his finisher early. I don't know if this is a list that runs Force of Nature, but the more he can, I mean, if he can get a cheaper Ancient of Lore for the card draw, that would be also good. So, yep. He's already ahead because of Wild Growth, so no need to press it as his advantage at the moment against an empty board.
Exactly. So right now, I think that cLoveer is actually in a bit of a tight spot. He doesn't really have answers there. Shield Slam, yes, he can kill something, but he needs to definitely armor up first. And he can kill both of those things right there, but it may not necessarily help him because there's still the slime that's going to spawn from there. So of course, we're going to see one Shield Slam blown away just to kill Lower Thab.
Yep. So like I said, he's just going to progress on his defender list, basically, one after the other. Very hard to remove minions. Sunwalker especially, that is such a good card. I love Sunwalker. Black Knight is going to take care of it. Oh man, he's probably going to regret that when turn 7 come Ancient of War, and he's going to be using first charge of Death Spite against Sludge Belcher. So still a lot of defense on the way for Zenix, but he might run out of steam. And cLoveer has been answering quite well, I think.
Yep.
Okay, Ancient of Lore, pretty good. I think I would. Would you play Ancient of War or Ancient of Lore at this point?
Ancient
now that you have
of
the
War or Ancient of Lore? Let me think. The Black Knight is gone, so definitely would like to play Ancient of War. I think that playing Ancient of Lore here is just gonna help him consolidate the lead. Let me think. Alright, I'm gonna go Ancient of Lore because you want extra cut draw right now, and I think it's gonna be a good time to do that. You don't really need to set some more defense. Defense is undoubtedly good, but with the extra card draw, it's still gonna be pretty good. So this 510 isn't really needed, but yeah. is still good because the Black Knight's out and you don't really have a tech card that can really deal with that. And also we have to remind ourselves that the warrior is without any armor, but speaking of which, Shield Block comes out and it's no longer relevant.
Commentator's curse.
Execute, right? So this is why you don't play that. And
Oh, but-
I didn't
Yeah,
really see
so
execute. My bad.
he would have spent as many cards dealing with the Ancient of Lore, but he would have gotten 2 cards in the process. So,
Yeah.
and now
And
he is
I
very.
think-
Yeah,
I
sorry,
think it's
guys.
pretty clear that if it's Ancient of Lore, the 4/4 would have died. He wouldn't have taken 4 damage. Execute might still be a different problem, but right now, yeah, right now, even if he plays anything, this armor is already up to 7, which
Yeah.
puts the warrior in a very good position. The only issue with the warrior is that he might not have the cards going on. He might,
Yeah.
you know, the lack of AOP, the lack of Zudrake, the lack of any form of card draw at all. cLoveer might be in a lot of trouble, but the swipe here is going to make sure that the Black Knight's going to go down, and Sanjin Shieldmaster again going to come out here.
Yeah, so as we always say, Warrior's main deficit is not having the ability to draw any cards without without Acolyte of Pain, without Azure Drake, as you mentioned. And once you run out of steam and you run out of all of your card draws, and your opponent still has the card advantage, you're basically landsliding into defeat at that point, assuming you don't have full board control. So is Druid, on the other hand, he can draw with Wrath, he can draw with Ancient of Lore. So despite not having the best card draw himself, there's still many options for Druid. But I would have liked to see Ancient of Lore earlier. You're absolutely right. I would have gone with that.
So here, I think that cLoveer is in a pretty interesting position. I think one turn ago I said he's in a good position, but right now things have just changed around quite fairly quickly.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because he can set up a taunt, but you don't really have the right thing. Death Spite is going to be fantastic, but it is 1 charge too early. So
Yep.
Shield Slam into a 3/5 is really expensive. That's not what you want to do for 1 cost removal. He's going to do it.
cLoveer is using his removals, I think, a little bit too early.
Yeah.
But losing Black Knight that early against a ramp deck is, oh my gosh, that's costly.
That's okay because it's a Sludge Belcher. It's not the best, but it's good. He executed a very big blueberry, which is important. That Ancient War, which is good. But now I think that the Shield Slam haven't been on point. And Ancient of Lore is going to come out here for Zenix, and that's going to help him draw even further into his deck. So you don't have as much synergy here for cLoveer going
Yep.
forward.
And many threats coming now from the side of Zenix. Another Ancient of Lore on the way. He has Sludge Belcher to
he's just gonna
strengthen his
Electra then.
defense.
It's going to
Okay,
pull out
Alex
the
just-
aggression.
Yep. Gotta stop the bleeding. Easy target, of course, for a big game hunter. You are not gonna let that dragon live.
Yeah.
Shade of Nextremus. Very good.
Wow. Okay, so this is the Shade deck for Druid, and I think that this Druid is pretty good, except that most players don't really know how to play it.
Yeah.
You really want to let a Shade just snowball out of control. There's nothing else to work to do in this point in time. There's no execute, and even if he does Whirlwind, he's not going to expose the Shade, right? So
Yep.
it's still going to stay
Right.
in stealth forever. There is no real block control. There's only Brawl to handle, and that's why you don't really want to play Shade so early on. Probably you want bait the Brawl to come out. Normally Warriors only run 1 Brawl.
That's right.
So we'll see. Here he can run the Death Bite to kill off the 3/5 completely, but a 1/2 is going to be there, and a 5/5 is also going to be there. Brawl is going to be one solution, but even then, the 1/2 is still going to come back, and he's going to waste his Death Bite. And the Brawl, if he brawls right here, might be a little bit too early, because next turn we're going to see Zenix play Ancient of Lore to heal himself up, and we're going to see Shiv next from us.
Oh man, so many options in the hand of Zenix. Although, despite being really low in health because of Alexstrasza, that said, the defense is pretty strong. If he gets a second Sunwalker, I think that's going to be game for him. Sunwalker is just going to be too hard to deal with. Or a second Ancient of War. Oh, Sunwalker. Here we go. Commentator's curse. Here comes Sunwalker now. That's going to be hell of a defense.
Oh man, that's the exact taunt that I think he needs right there. But even then, there's no Grommash. It's just that cLoveer might have Grommash, that Zenix doesn't know about it. That's why he's just playing very conservatively and just setting taunt after taunt after taunt. Wrathing here, I think he can afford to run a 1/2 in a Wrath for card draw, but he's not going to do that. He's going to Wrath directly for 3. Going to maintain maximum health on the Ooze there. on the slime. But the main reason why I think that you want to have 2 health on slime is because right now, if there's a whirlwind for cLoveer, it's instant bot clear, and that's where the Sunwalker comes in.
Sunwalker, really problematic. He's already used one of his executes. He's already used his Black Knight. And now things are just snowballing, or ramping, we should say, for Zenix. So many threats still in his hand. Oh, okay, so Gramash, just
Bro,
no clear
let's go.
lane. Okay, bro.
Anything but a Sunwalker is good. Okay, we get the weakest looking thing on Earth. That's the 1-2 right now. And Fury War X is probably just going to run into the 1-2. The Unstable Ghoul as well. Next turn, we're just going to see Grommash come out. And that means that if the Ghoul dies next turn and not this turn, Grommash is going to deal 10.
That's right. So Zenix, okay, he can probably...
He's got 15 cards in his deck for cLoveer. He needs just one Cruel Taskmaster. He needs just Inner Rage or Whirlwind. Those are all good.
Oh man, he still has a chance. cLoveer hoping, praying for an answer.
Oh my god. Zenix opting for card draw. I don't like that. I really don't like that. I think card draw now is a little bit too risky. He needs to go for heal, but he's not doing that.
Well, he should put up a defense, that's for sure.
Yeah, innovating the DOTC, that definitely is a must. That would at least be some form of saving grace.
Yep. He has to know that Alex Trez is gone, but Gramash could still be in action, and his health is...
Look at that.
Oh, wow. God draw for cLoveer.
But it's not gonna go past the bear. The bear really saved him there. Really. If he healed up, I think he would still be fine as well, and he would get a bear next turn, so it's really matter of preference. We'll analyze a little bit deeper when we go along the game. But right now, this is a really perplexing position. He doesn't have 2 charges on the Fury War Eggs, which is why he cannot kill the bear with that. And I know he doesn't really care about 1-3, but because he wasted the execute a little bit too early, and all the shield slam, now it's all gonna come back and bite him here. I can hear, is that ice water?
Yes.
Yeah, I want some ice water.
Just lubricating my throat, but yeah. cLoveer still has a chance, especially with Gramash in play. But like you said, Druid of the Claw, perfect defense, not enough on the side of cLoveer to take it out, to give a clear lane for Gramash. So right now he's, just has to think about how he gets past this. That's 9 damage on the board, and on the verge for Zenix also. He can just burst down. He has answers. Both silences are in his hand. Oh, Cruel Taskmaster coming down.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Not a bad play. Wow, 10 damage from Gramash.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh man. Here, Grommash is probably just
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's gonna get the Ancient of Lore.
That's actually a very good play coming up from cLoveer.
Oh wow, another taunt. So he can Wrath and send the Ancient of Lore into Gramash just to kill it, and then set up a defense, and then I think he should be good.
How did he clear that taunt though?
He used Cruel Taskmaster on the Unstable Ghoul, send it into the taunt, and then use the last charge of his Fiery War Axe to clear it.
Sorry, I confess I wasn't watching. So Grommash is gone. There's still the shield there, and I think that the burst is over. Still not over yet.
No more Alexstrasza, no more Grommash, and another Ancient of War still on the way.
Here, 50-50 for 1 win out of 5. This is a huge play here for cLoveer. Go to face and he wins. Does it go to face? It looks like it's going to face. There we go. Wow. Alright, cLoveer's gonna just snatch this victory on the nose of Zenix.
I'm in shock. Oh man, Zenix played that near perfectly, but oh man. Heartbreaker, that was stolen from him.
That was stolen. That was 50-50, and I think that it's really down to a coin toss. We might just really just flip a coin, right? But this is Hearthstone, guys. It's still a game, still very legit, and I think that this is where if he healed up, he wouldn't have died. But then again, if he healed up, it might have been over. Would have been over. No, I don't think it would have been over anyway.
Yeah, he got Sunwalker off of the lore, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna see a handlock. Just as we were saying that handlock was out of fashion already for for the current meta, we see 4 games in a row with Handlock. Zenix is going to get a turn 4 play with a Twilight Drake. How's cLoveer's hand looking at the moment?
He's gonna mulligan away, 5-drop, and also gonna get an execute. 2 execute, in fact. Wow, this is really bad. 2 execute, 1 Black Knight. I have no idea why he decides to keep the Black Knight. I think that normally you don't want to keep Black Knight so early on, but it could be because that he's expecting this to be handlock. So a lot of mind game and action play. Maybe he knows Zenix and he knows that Zenix doesn't play Zoo, something along those lines. But maybe he plays Zenix before in the first phase. That's why. But yeah, this is definitely handlock, so that's a good guess. A lot of life tap coming in, a lot of cards, but still no Mountain Giant for Zenix.
Well, he'll have the ability to drop a Twilight Drake. It's going to be a 4/8 after coin. Acolyte of Pain coming down now for cLoveer, so it's going to help bolster the Warrior's poor card draw. I think coining into Twilight Drake is pretty safe at this moment. That said, if there's an execute, bye-bye Twilight Drake.
Man, there is a lot of execute there. He's got everything execute. Oh, so far to kill the 1/3. Okay, this is pretty exciting. So Death's Bite top deck though. Death's Bite into execute, losing a Sentry Protector using the Soulfire, and he gets a Fiery War Axe, even easier, even cheaper. Why not? Yeah.
So weapons really a little bit dangerous against handlock, I think, because if you put up taunts, they're gonna be huge. That's gonna be 4 damage from a Twilight Drake. That's going to be an Ancient Watcher. That's going to be your Giants at 8 damage. So Warrior weapons, not the best value against Handlock, I believe. So he probably is just going to go swing for face, keeping mindful of the fact that Molten Giants can come down. No, he's just going to go for it.
Yeah, and I think it's okay. Generally, you're right that weapons are not really good against Handlock, but here the key play is the Shield Slam. The Shield Slam, the Shield Block, and having extra armor and execute. So he has got 4 removals. All 4 should be safe for Giants. If they're not safe for Giants, if they're going for any of those going for Drake, he might be left in a situation where he's going to have to make a really expensive play. But, of course, we have to remember, if Zenix taunts up a Giant, then Black Knight's going to be an automatic counter. So it's not that big a deal so far in this game. Still very early, still very fair, but the real trouble is that Zenix just top decked a Mountain Giant.
Okay, Mountain Giant going to come down turn 5. 8/8 on the board now for cLoveer. I mean, for Zenix. Does cLoveer have an answer for this?
Yes, he does. He does have an answer for this, but he's lagging like hell and I cannot see anything. But he has a Shield Block, Shield Slam, and Armor Up. So I think he's gonna have enough armor. Shield Block 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he's gonna Shield Block, Shield Slam. Shield Block, Armor Up, and Shield Slam. The Giant's gonna disappear.
Okay, so that's 1 of 4 Giant threats. We don't know if Zenix runs something like a Ragnaros or an Icera as another finisher. We'll see. At the moment, though, that's his second dragon, and his first Twilight Drake is gone. Mountain Giant is also gonna go, and Zenix draws into a Faceless. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, Faceless
always
is
useful.
I think Faceless is highly dependent on the fact that if Zenix has bought control, Faceless is really gonna help him snowball.
That's right.
But we have to remember that cLoveer always has the answers, and he's got Brawl, he's got Execute. If things really gets too hot, just Brawl, and it's good. We have to also remember the fact that generally killing off Mountain Giant is a lot more worth it than killing a Molten Giant, because Molten Giant, when they come into this game, you can control, but Mountain Giant is really just the snowball mechanic for handlock. They come out at turn 4, turn 5, and that's where they expect you to not have an answer. If you have an answer, they're royally screwed.
I also want to say hi. We have a couple of cLoveer fans in the chat. Just wanted to give a shout out to them. cLoveer's playing really well. He's now up to 37 health with full board control, and right now Zenix has to think about what its play is, waiting for turn 8 for Ragnaros, waiting for a bit lower health to drop his Molten Giants. So he's just gonna go with a Loatheb, able to deal with Cairn, gonna stop the spells coming from cLoveer.
I don't like Loatheb here because I'm gonna say why. Loatheb is very important against Warrior. When you have Giants that are coming out for free, Loatheb can come out to counter any Shield Block, any Shield Slam, and execute. Everything will go away, which assures that you can trade, I think, efficiently in the next turn, or your Giants will not get, one-shotted down. They will be able to deal some damage and provide some value. It protects the Giant for 1 turn, which is crucial.
Yep. That's an excellent point. So Loatheb now. Okay, so 7 to cast Molten Giant can come into play. Ragnaros, of course, can come into play also. Lots of cards, and actually, how do you feel about a Shadow Flame right about now?
Yes, that is the only thing that can help him snatch back the board advantage. But what I want to see is I want to see him run the 5-5 into the 3-5 first. But don't forget, even if he Shadow Flames here, the 4-5 Kayn is going to summon his son, Bane. And right now, I will really say that the cards in hand for Zenix are a little bit more reactionary based. They can help him snowball, but the problem is he cannot even get there at this point in time. And you want to try and faceless Ragnaros, you want to faceless Giants, which is really the plan here in Headlock. But right now, even if he does the play, he don't really have a real way to do that. If he uses Ragnaros here, Ragnaros is really just gonna go away.
Oh boy!
Oh wow! Big
YOLO Rag. Here we go.
YOLO Rag. You're right. So Rag is gonna hit someone. Let's see who.
Let's
he goes
hope
for.
it's Cairn.
Yeah.
Oh, he was hoping, he was rubbing his cursor in Cairn. He wanted that shot really bad, and he gets it. Cairn going down. Bane gonna take his place, the place of his father, who is, by the way, struck down by Garrosh.
I think here's where you execute Ragnaros and.
Ouch! That's gonna hurt.
And you, oh shit, he's 1 mana shy of Alexstrasza. Ooh, because Alexstrasza, if it comes down next turn, he would effectively have the ability to win this game with Crow Taskmaster on Alexstrasza, and no answers, but practically no answers at 15 health from Zenix. But there's a lot of lag coming in from cLoveer right now. Okay, he cleared the board somehow. How did he clear the board? He used his weapon to knock on the 5-2. That's fine.
That's right.
And he executed Ragnaros. So here's where he dealt damage, but he needs to be careful because there's one Molten Giant and there's one Faceless. So Molten Giant Faceless with Taunt, he can only address one. He cannot kill the other one. That's the problem because he used Execute already.
That's right. So there is still a chance for Zenix. He's not completely out yet. He is a little bit low in health. If he gets dropped down to 10, that's going to be free Molten Giants. If he draws another one, that's going to be fantastic for him.
He's going to tap. If he taps in the Molten Giant, this is really bad news here for cLoveer. He is just okay. That is an
he can brawl
still.
here. He can brawl.
Yeah, he can, but no value for him to do that. Is it really gonna go all in? That's the question here.
He can Faceless and Sun Fury. He still has a second Sun Fury.
And Brawl is gonna end his stream.
Oh man, he doesn't know it though.
He has to know. I mean, Zenix caliber of play that's pretty high. You should know that your opponent is really just not using Brawl because he's waiting for Molten Daddies to come out. So Molten
Shadow
Daddies.
Flame, Soulfire. Shadow Flame, Soulfire.
Do you clear the board? Yeah, I think. Soulfire, Shadow Flame. It's not enough to kill Bane though.
Well, if you Shadow Flame the 3/3 and then you Soulfire him, it's gonna get him.
Is that game though for cLoveer? Ragnaros for cLoveer. Wow, he's gonna chop down. He's gonna chop down the taunt first, which is very big, which is very good. Which is why if you taunt up there, you would be Brawl. If you don't taunt up, if you Faceless there, you would be Brawl. If you don't Faceless here, it's just gonna get chopped down very easily. 4/5 is really just gonna knock on there as well. And seeing that it is an Earthering Fuzz here, it's a clear sign that Zenix doesn't have a second Molten Giant, unless you're talking about this guy called Cyberjits, because that is a mind game master.
Yeah, that's right. Seeing his trap manipulation and mind games in action earlier. He can steal. Okay, no, that's not. Bit of a pickle. Not enough health to clear the board. With Soulfire though, he can.
He's just gonna tap first. Ancient Watcher. That's a valuable Soulfire target. Defender Argus, does he have DOA? Nope. Actually, I don't like the fact he used Defender Argus just now. I kind of like that if he played Sunfire Protector here, he could Defender Argus and he could Shadow Flame that. Can he? Nope, he cannot.
No, it's gonna Shadow Flame Leroy.
6, yeah. It's just gonna have to do Leroy. There's no one else. And you see how Slime really blocks the damage. That 6 armor is still there, and now Shield Slam, second one is coming out. Here, Ragnar's probably just gonna get one-shotted by the big game. But I think it's game before that.
That is game. Yeah, that's exactly game. That's right.
So well done. Well done by cLoveer. cLoveer goes on 2-0, undefeated in this series against Zenix. Zenix is down to his last and final class. What's it gonna be?
Zenix is down to his Hunter.
Hunter.
Yep. So Hunter versus Control Warrior is also a good match. I think they're evenly matched. So we will see. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. He's down to his Warrior. He used Hunter first. That's right.
Alright, so Warrior versus Warrior, and this is still the first deck versus the last deck. And we are in about 25 minutes in. The fatigue is going on both players. They are just mentally tired after 4 or 5 hours of Swiss. Going into single elimination, only the best will survive here. Misplays are not going to be tolerated.
We already see something very interesting. Kel'Thuzad in the hand of Zenix. Wow.
Wow. We should have said that, really. Because if... well... Now cLoveer would probably... if you know somehow, then it's going to be interesting. But I do agree. Since you've mentioned it, that was a very, very good card. I like that a lot. I see a lot of synergy with Sylvanas. Windrunner.
That's a really sucky mulligan, though.
Yeah, it sucks
That's a
because
horrible
it's
mulligan.
669, and KT is my new favorite card from Next Dramas.
Yeah.
Personally, I like KT a lot. Unfortunately, no one runs it in Singapore Qualifier. Actually, the big secret was that Xinhuan ran KT in his pre-stack.
Oh, that was a secret. Oh yeah, we didn't reveal
That's
that.
that's how he bit me yesterday. No, not yesterday. The week before with my deck, and I was like, no, why? You know, KT is just such a taunt. It's an invisible taunt. You just need to kill Kel'Thuzad before.
And we don't know if the
shit
bug
gets real.
against KT has been fixed, where if Ragnaros kills him.
No, it's not. It's not. Like I said, I don't think it's a bug. I think
Oh,
it's
right.
just,
Yeah. You
I just
explained
think,
that.
I think that it's cut text saying at the end of the turn. When you click enter, it's the end of the turn. So even if Ragnaros hits KT will come back because that effect is already procced. But of course, many people are complaining about it because they think it's not the way the card is supposed to function. So it's gonna be up to Blizzard to define how the way the card is supposed to function. And so far, it's just following what the cut text is saying. If you cannot read past that, then you're not as good a player, I feel. But that's me being BM. I'm sorry, guys. And
So Zenix, wow, full hand of useless cards in this early game.
5 cards in hand, stuck right there.
He doesn't choose to play Armor Smith first.
Because there's nothing to synergize with that. You know, small minion comes out. What's he gonna do, right? He's got no synergy, no taunt, nothing to protect the poor little lady that just wants to build armor for his master or her master. And here, Shield Slam is just gonna be such a waste. So don't do it. Don't do it. Just armor up. You're gonna have to bite the bullet. The early game belongs to cLoveer. But Zenix, you have a very interesting deck. I hope you survive the late game. I hope you be there.
Yeah, I love
lower
to see
tap. This is just crazy because cLoveer is just decking cards that are really good for the mid game. And the mid game is where Zenix is just barely starting. He's gonna have to use his mid game to answer the threats coming up from cLoveer in the early game. Yeah, that's not where you want to be at all. So here I want him to coin because he has got good curve after that. Coin Sludge Belcher, a lower tap next turn, protect the Sludge Belcher, and then you can play Kin Bloodhoof thereafter. And you can see that that's gonna be 3 very big, huge ass minions that are very sticky. And there's no brawl from Zenix yet.
Just want to point out as well, cLoveer taking 2 games with Ragnaros, really great, nice finisher for him. Almost a Maz level of commanding Ragnaros.
Almost.
Almost.
Remember the first game where he stole the victory? I think it's really the snowball from that. The Ragnaros snipe to the face was crazy.
Yeah. So Deathspite, a weapon coming down at last for Zenix, possibly an answer. Not going to be enough yet to clear out the Sludge Belcher's first form. And it's not going to synergize as well with the with the AOP.
It's not.
That's just going to draw too much for him.
Deathspite here is a no-go. Deathspite here is really just gonna beef up the AOP. And it's interesting to see that cLoveer runs Inner Rage. Because normally you don't see player run Inner Rage in Control Warrior deck. They just leave that job to Whirlwind, leave the job to Crow Taskmaster to piss off Chromash. Shield Slam, wow, that's a very expensive card used, but I don't think he actually had a choice there. So see, the coin there is really very effective, but here if he plays Armor Smith, it's gonna get eaten alive. So, no Armor Smith, please, sir. Armor Smith, yes, for cLoveer because taunt and good, but here, do you think he should play Armor Smith or do you think he should play Loetheb? Double Armor Smith?
Armor Smith. I'm with Armor Smith and then Armor Up.
Do you do double Armor Smith or do you do Shoe Block?
No, I don't generally like having 2 AOPs and 2 Armor Smiths on the board unless you have like a Whirlwind to maximize it.
Okay.
It's kind of like overcommitting a strategy, but especially cLoveer should also notice that Zenix has not been putting anything out. No weapons, no minions. He has to recognize that this is still a control. Okay, I like the play of Karen Bloodhoof. That's going to be problematic for cLoveer for the next few turns. But cLoveer has to recognize that nothing is coming down from Zenix.
Yes.
Pretty much clear paths. Pretty much clear paths for him.
Yeah, I really like the Dev's Bite here. I really like it. Dev's Bite and Shield Slam. I think it's...
And pound for pound, cow for cow. Karen also
For
coming
pound,
down
cow
for
for
cLoveer. You know, there's
Are
a,
we in
there's
the
a,
meat market, Katips?
in the, you know, the flavor text for Karen says, "Don't put him in a warrior deck. That's just cruel." Because I don't know if you guys are familiar with the lore.
I follow the lore. Yeah.
Garrosh inadvertently killed Cairn in a duel to the death because Magtha poisoned his weapon, and he struck down Cairn and poisoned him to death. So basically, bad form having Cairn in a warrior deck.
I think when you play Ken against Garrosh, you say something like, "You're not fit to rule the horde."
Exactly. That's right. That's right.
Oh man, I like that. I really like stuff like that. It makes my hair all stand. Anyway, Fairy War X is gonna clear the path here, and that 4/5 will definitely go for the Armor Smith. Oh no, he actually goes for the draw first. Okay. Here
I also
he's in
wanna-
trouble, I think.
I just want to give a shout out to Saint Beastie 25. He said he's watching us in the chat, and good afternoon as well to everybody in the chat, all our Indonesian friends. It's 3:30 p.m. and it's for 4:30 p.m. for me and Babael. And yeah, hope you're enjoying the matches. We're getting some nice action here from cLoveer and Zenix. We are in the quarterfinals of the Indonesia BlizzCon qualifiers, the winner of which is going to the North American qualifiers. So
Yeah.
back to the game.
And before we go back to the game, hold that thought, because we have a first announcement for one, I think, series that just finished. Lokeni just won against Kev 3-0. So for the friends of Lokeni, that is a huge sigh of relief. He's now in the semifinals. For friends of Kev, unfortunately, he is just going to drop out from here. And now back to this game. 4/5 is going to knock on pretty easily on this Sludge Belcher. I like that. It's going to help him get some armor. But really, here, I want to see... I really want to see Dev's Bite on second charge, not on the first charge, but there's nothing that, you know, cLoveer can do, because he is just not able to pull off the Dev's Bite so early. He's not willing to bite the bullet yet. And he can Shield Slam 4/5, but do you think it's a good thing? That is going to be second Shield Slam, I think.
Yes, that's gonna be okay. So that's fine. I think the shield. If Death's Bite for Zenix, however, is gonna be really nice because he's gonna get to swing at the Armor Smith for 4
And AOP, and a second Armor Smith as well. And no brawl.
Oh,
in hand for
execute,
Zenix.
nice.
That's gonna kill Kane, but like he did. But
Yeah.
how are we gonna help Zenix come back into this game? What card's gonna help Zenix? Zenix has the late game, like I said, 24 health and dead cards in hand. 9-drop, 9-drop, 8-drop. Garrosh, you don't play that too early. Electraza as well as Ysera. These are cards that you play when you have, you know, Snowball Mechanic. I think here he has to contemplate going with Sylvanas. What do you think?
I agree. Yeah, Sylvanas and Hero Power or execute. You can also execute.
I will not execute if I play Sylvanas,
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, chance to get him, of course.
because you will get Bane for sure if he runs everything there onto the field, onto Sylvanas. But if you execute, then the 4/5 is gonna run to the 5/5, and the 1/4 is gonna run in as well, and they're gonna get nothing.
Yep.
So that's the problem. So if I play Sylvanas, I'll probably just play Armor Smith, I think, because they will not attack Armor Smith, will they? No, they will not.
Well, he can swing his
Well, they
second
might,
Death's
yeah,
Bite.
he might,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's not good. That's not good.
Yeah.
Then probably just armor up and Sylvanas here. There's nothing else he could do. I think Zenix is not really thinking about this turn. He's thinking about next turn
Yeah.
more than this
All
turn.
of
He's
his
gonna think like,
options.
yeah, what am I gonna do next turn? Am I gonna play Ysera? Am I gonna play Electraza?
I think Ysera first for the mind games, to be honest. No more execute also for cLoveer. So he's gonna get a lot of.
Okay, he's not gonna execute, so that's good. Yep, go to face, remove the shield, please. Thank you, sir. Here what I think is that I think that's cLoveer's first Shield Slam. I'm not sure, I'm not really tracking the cards here, but Zenix did use one Shield Slam as well. And for cLoveer, this is where it gets really tough, because whatever you play is gonna get stolen. If you play everything into Sylvanas, you are still gonna lose Kane and Bane, or Kane or Bane. And effectively, he doesn't have a good play here. He doesn't have the silence. Shield block is just not gonna do anything.
That's right.
Alternatively, what do you think about playing as many minions as possible and hopefully Savannah steals the wrong thing?
That's, I think, the best possible. Without any silence, I think that's the best possible case. Let's see. He's just gonna go for face, it looks like. Yep, just wanna press the advantage. Not wanting to deal with Sylvanas at the moment. Acolyte of Pain coming down now for cLoveer. Zenix is now in his coveted turn 9, where he can finally play the cards that's been in his hand all game. Shield block also, I think Icera is the best play here. He can choose to execute Cairn and then take out Bane with Sylvanas. That's one option.
Ooh. So he went all to the dome, right? Yeah, I think that's a very smart play, but what's gonna happen here is that I think it's time for Alexstrasza. Yes, Alexstrasza is good because, you know, tit for tat, going all in. I really see Zenix having the advantage going to the late game, and I think you have to address the Armorsmith first, because you have to remember that there is still the second proc coming up from Death Spite. But nope, he's just gonna go directly to the face there. And Unstable Ghoul, wow, okay, that is such a good draw for cLoveer, because Unstable Ghoul is gonna proc AOP, he's gonna proc 1/4, it's gonna help him hold the fort against 8/8. He can Alexstrasza his opponent, but I think this is not the turn to do that. This is the turn to play Unstable Ghoul. This is the turn to activate your Death Spite, and also probably equip a new weapon. And you might also want to play a second Armorsmith, because that is where you survive. This is where you get armor, and this is where you survive. This is where you Alexstrasza him, or you save Alexstrasza for next turn. Alexstrasza, I think it's really not going to come into play here if he decides to go with my play of Unstable Ghoul and Armorsmith, because you don't want to Alexstrasza a guy back to 15 health. He will be lesser than 15. Is he gonna execute? No, he actually still gonna go all in. Draw card first. Wow, and he gets execute. Top deck action from cLoveer is just way too OP. Gonna take care of that dragon there. And here
with this RNG.
Holy cow.
We were mistaken. He had a second execute and he gets it perfectly from the top deck.
I think he always had a second execute. I just thought about Shoe Slam. It was Shoe Slam that I was mentioning about, not execute.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
but here's good. He's gonna go all in. Alexstrasza may not see light here. And I want to see a second Armorsmith. I want to see a Crow Taskmaster. I want to see things that can directly win this game for him. And effectively, we are looking at it really soon. 8 damage from Weapon and K next turn. And we have 2 on the field, so that's going to be 10. We have also Alexstrasza lower him to 15. But if he does that, he can play Crow Taskmaster. If you play Crow Taskmaster, it's only going to boost 2. So still no lethal whatsoever yet.
But he is getting very close, as you said. Very close.
The good news is for Zenix, there's still the shield block, and that's gonna block into a Ragnaros.
Ooh, just 1 mana off Ragnaros.
Where is KT when you need him?
Where is KT when you need him? Indeed, that could have come in quite handy. He could have. Oh, he doesn't have Shield Slam. He could have Shield Slam his own Sylvanas to
We have to remember that I think he Shield Slammed something very insignificant in the early game. Oh,
probably, yeah, probably.
Armor. He's gonna kill Kane. He knows that Kane is not gonna kill Sylvanas. No way. Not gonna give you my son. He's gonna have to make the trade here. But I think killing the Armorsmith is definitely going to be a must.
Oh, he's gonna take Cairn.
Is he?
He's gonna take it. How? He's thinking about it.
Execute? You can't execute your own minion. Don't pull Artosis. No! He just clicked then. You cannot execute Sylvanas winner. You don't kill your own minion like that. This is unfair.
Oh, no.
She's working for you. Come on.
I actually didn't know that. Today I learned you can't execute.
It's been since, I think, like December last year or something like that. But I know you can Shield Slam your own minion. I think you can Shield Slam your own minion. I think Shield Block.
I think Zenix was depending on that play. That might have cost him.
Holy cow, bananas, here we go. So, Alexstrasza, maybe? Yes, no? Put up 8/8.
Ragnaros, finish with Ragnaros. So 3-0 with Ragnaros. That would be awesome.
I don't think he has got Ragnaros for cLoveer yet. Here cLoveer has got Shield Block, he's got another weapon there. Killing Sylvanas is really not going to provide any value at all. So
we just got confirmation as well. Nyx has defeated Eldarian 3-2.
Wow.
Close fight.
Close fight. Nyx was so close to getting eliminated. Man, I want to see the man go. I'm just kidding. It's my friend. Why would I do that? So Dev's Bite here is going to proc some more armor, and cLoveer is all the way up to sufficiently 27 health. And he's just going all the way in. He's got shield block. I would like shield block here. Yes, please. Shield block. That's good. Dev's Bite. Even better. Equip Dev's Bite. Let's go again. Round 2. Let's fight.
Man, look at how much damage Karen has dealt by surviving this long. That you really don't want to leave a minion like this alive.
Look how irritating it is that Sylvanas is still alive.
Yeah. That also.
Really, it's all because of the shield block and the armor smith that's helping cLoveer. Like I said, he has all the mechanic in the early game, and it's interesting to see that it's just a shield slam. That's not really gonna help him much.
Well, finally he can. Oh, it's not. It's gonna be enough. If he armors up, he can take out the armor smith with his Death Bite, and then if he attacks with Sylvanas and then shield slams her, he can still Bane. I mean, he can still Karen. It's gonna be enough.
I think he wants his own. Oh no, he's gonna go for Ragnar's instead.
YOLO Rag.
Are we gonna see that?
Thinking about it.
He's gonna go for your play.
Is he gonna go for my play?
Is he gonna
Let's
slam
go.
Sylvanas? I think he can, but that's a huge removal wasted. And okay, he gets the armor. He's actually gonna he's just gonna snack Bane. Yeah, there we go, snack Bane. He can play Gormash, but there's still Brawl. He needs to think about it. No, Brawl hasn't been used yet.
Okay, Ragnaros. Now is the time
right.
for Ragnaros. Okay, that's a better play. I think I like that play
If you
better.
top that KT there, this game will be going to Zenix. If you top that KT there, Sylvanas is gonna come back and Ragnaros versus Ragnaros. Wow.
So let's see if cLoveer's luck will persist on his third game. Can Ragnaros save his butt again?
Oh my
for the
god,
third
he's
game in a
going
row?
for it.
He's gonna go for it.
This is the Rack
Don't forget
showdown,
about it.
guys. Alright, Sniper Rack from cLoveer is going to take down Bane Bloodhoof. Not the Rack yet. As you can see, Zenix just robbing Bane. He's like, come on.
Hit him.
Go there.
Okay, alright.
Go.
So he's not gonna have enough to shield slam. Oh, he can shield slam execute.
Yes, he can.
He can shield slam execute. And that also still leaves the floor for Grommash to come. There's still that option as well.
I think Zenix might just break the spree of Control Warrior from cLoveer. It's not going to be a clean 3-0. By the way, this is only the third game, guys. Can you believe this, guys?
Okay, here comes Grommash. That's going to be 12 damage. It's going to bring cLoveer down to 16. Oh, man. Anybody's game still. But I think it's very heavily in the favor of Zenix.
Brawl. Are we just gonna see a lower tap brawl? 50-50, no sorry, 30% my way, 60% your way. Are we gonna see that? Are we gonna see a lower tap brawl or Crow Taskmaster brawl? Oh my god. He's just gonna brawl. Okay. But he's not gonna play a minion, so it's either gonna be Ragnaros. Oh, and Grommash stays alive. Wow, disgusting.
So
both are equally bad. Both are equally bad. That's why I wanted him to play a minion, because both are equally bad. He doesn't have an answer after that, so here, I think you just insist on going to face. Save Alexstrasza to help yourself later, but that's it.
I don't remember. Has Zenix played Cruel Taskmasters yet?
No, not yet. But
Unstable Ghoul. Okay.
Zenix has this. Zenix definitely has this. He's also going to play Armor Smith with Unstable Ghoul, getting more armor. He's also going to play AOP, and this is where the brawl that just came out just a turn too early. Holy cow.
Oh boy.
And he was saving all the small fries post-brawl. Let the big guys duke it out. Grommash always win brawls, by the way. Unstable Ghoul for cLoveer is really just not going to hack it here.
It's just going to play against him. And Ysera still in the hand of Zenix. That's going to be his big finisher. Oh, man. What an endurance match. It could be a reverse all kill with Zenix now, actually.
It could be. It could be. Control Warrior very strong.
And we just got confirmation in the chat. Ignis has gone through. Cyberjits is out of the tournament.
Oh my god, what a big upset. Ignis was really so close to not making through to phase 2. Phase 1, it wasn't even his name that was coming in, but Ignis, man. Cyberjits, the man with all the trap play, is unfortunately not going to have the opportunity to show us
my
his plays
horse has gone down in this race.
That's why I bet on Nyx, man.
KT has come.
Holy shit, this is where he wins. This is where he wins. Really, I'm not joking. Run the 1-2 and the 1-3. Everything, you know, just play. This is where he wins. There is no way you can lose with KT.
Oh boy, here we
Draw
go.
a card first.
Armor card.
Oh, it's gonna slam down that thing there. Oh, play KT? No. Are we gonna play KT? Yeah, I think we are gonna play KT. Bring back AOP.
Oh boy,
Man.
so much value. Look at this, and Sludge Belcher coming down for Zenix as well. That's gonna be some heck of a defense.
Okay, he just want to defend. I don't. Oh, KT, are we gonna bring back AOP? The question is, does he want to draw more or does he want to defend? He's just gonna bring out.
Bring down KT. Just bring it down.
Bring that bad boy out. Come on, we want to see some KT action.
Finally, we see in this tournament, in these qualifier rounds for Southeast Asia, KT comes down for the first time. Woohoo! Here we go. AOP is gonna come back.
Oh,
fully
Gromash.
refreshed.
Wait, Gromash for cLoveer? Is it enough? He can electrose himself? Nah, I think it's done. Yeah. Sorry, cLoveer, you cannot steal this.
Man.
The guy is at 24 health.
Ragnaros couldn't do it for cLoveer. Looks
Damn
like
it.
he's gonna lose his first game, and we're gonna go into game number 3.
4.
Game number 4. That's right.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna ask the rest of the participants to play ahead first.
Yeah.
And so we have Nyx going through, in which you'll face either a winner of this bracket here, but I think this is not gonna get done real soon. So Cyberjits is out, Ignis will go through, and Ignis will face against Lokeni.
Yep. So we're just updating the brackets.
Yeah, I'm doing that. So here, what do you think cLoveer can do?
Nothing. He has to concede by now, I think. And he calls the well played. Is he gonna just swing his face? Okay, Gramash comes down. That's not gonna do anything at all. And he's gonna swing for the face. He's not gonna suicide. He's gonna let
Yeah,
Zenix do the finishing blow.
Finish her off.
Let KT do it. Let KT do it.
He chooses that.
Ooh, wow. 12 damage still, but he concedes. And yes, we're going to game number 4. Zenix takes that away from cLoveer. We've still got a match control warrior, of course, still very strong against pretty much any deck in the game. That's why it's on top most of the time. Hasn't gone down since season 1. Control warrior has always been strong and consistent. And it could potentially be a reverse kill for Zenix, but we'll see.
Yep, we'll see indeed. So here, I think we just wait for this next game. The warrior is out. What is next for cLoveer?
So for cLoveer, he has Druid and just trying to see, and Warlock left. So I have a feeling he's gonna bring Druid to this fight. Just a feeling.
Okay.
Oh boy, here we go. So cLoveer's just thinking about it. Thinking about it. So yeah, we're just waiting for cLoveer to select his deck, probably thinking between
A few options, yeah.
a few options, yeah. So the players can run, of course, unconventional decks, but they have to stick. cLoveer has to stick with either a Druid or a Warlock.
Yeah, but it's only the warrior that we're talking about, right? Not a big deal. I will go with Druid. Druid generally has got a high success story against warrior, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But he's gonna go with Warlock instead. So Warlock, what kind of lock is this gonna be?
Okay, here we're gonna go into this match. cLoveer is gonna be running Gul'dan. Likes his chances with Warlock. Zenix is gonna open up with Gramash. Of course, he's gonna send that away. Gonna keep Shield Slam and Fire War Axe. Pretty good. Is this what type of warlock is cLoveer packing at the moment?
It looks very much like it's Confused Warlock.
Confused warlock.
There's Void Terror, there's Defender Argus, there's Sludge Belcher. It could be Zoo though, but Zoo don't run Sludge Belcher, so that's a question. Okay, it's a handlock. There we go. Molten Giant Twilight Drake.
Yeah.
Clear sign there. But with Void Terror though, so probably runs Void Caller and Doomguard. Do you think so?
Could be. Or it could be the one that runs double Molten and Jaraxxus. Could be that one also. He's gonna coin into tap. Okay. Not a very conventional. I haven't actually read into the concept of turn one coin into tap. I don't think it's very efficient, to be honest.
No, it's not efficient at all. You waste a coin, which is very good in the late game. But, well, we'll see. So here comes the Rubin Egg, and it really is a Confused Warlock.
Well, Brawl is going to come in extremely handy for Zenix later.
Yeah.
Very, very handy.
We might
indeed.
just see Ace Match on paper right here because of the early game. Okay, he's going to throw down two Rubin Egg soon, and he's probably just going to say that this is a Zoo deck. Believe, please, this is a Zoo deck. Cleave not going to be useful, but of course, the Furry Winex, she's going to kill the Earthen Ring Fussier, and the aggression is still on.
That's right. So still dealing as much damage as he can. One more charge left in the Fiery Winex. And Brawl, I believe, is going to be the most crucial card in this matchup.
Whew, Shadow Flame. That's not really going to help him.
Yeah.
I think here's where you play Twilight Drake, for sure. And hopefully your opponent shoe slams this Twilight Drake.
No shield block. Okay, that's fine. He can probably just ignore it for now. Because powering the Unstable Ghoul is just going to give him more cards. So I think he can go for face for now. And Hero power up. Faceless, not really going to help him at this moment. Maybe he can Faceless Sylvanas later on if she survives.
Yeah, pretty good stuff. So, we're almost into the 1 hour mark, which shows that this is a very, very above average in terms of duration kind of a series.
Yep, Control Warrior versus Control Warrior, to be expected.
And Control Warrior against Handlock, which is also going to be pretty long. And
Yes.
if it's Control Warrior against Druid, it will also be pretty long.
Yep. So this is match point for cLoveer. He needs to win this to take his slot in the semifinals.
Yes.
Where he will be facing against Ignis. Where he will be facing against Nyx. My mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nyx. Alright, so I think here is where you silence the AOP. I cannot point out how important this particular move is, because the AOP is one of the few draw mechanic that the warrior has, and you can see that a lot of synergy comes in with Death's Bite, Whirlwind. It used to only be Whirlwind and nothing else really, but Death's Bite just provided 2 more extra chances to draw even better. So
As well as Unstable Ghoul.
yeah, so I think he played that in the wrong order. No, actually, yeah, right order, because he didn't want the AOP to draw 1 card at all. So that's good. So 1,
Yep,
2
so
here.
I think right now Sylvanas is a good play. Just to put her threat on the board, and if she survives until next turn, there's a Faceless.
Good stuff.
Cleave not really gonna help him at all.
I think the only reason why he's not wanting to play Sylvanas this turn is because he might want to steal something a little bit, more valuable.
Yeah.
And you want to pull off a Grand Theft Auto and not just get questioned for stealing 1 card.
Yep.
And generally, here cleaving, yeah, you spawn the Nerubian, but what you gonna do with that? Shield slam that? Are you gonna kill that? I think he's gonna shield slam it. Yeah. Okay, no, he's gonna shield slam the Drake, and it's gonna run his axe and the AOP to kill the Nerubian, which is pretty decent. Good place. He kills the egg at least.
Yep. So it's a little bit wasteful, but that's the nature of Nerubian Egg. You're gonna kinda 2-for-1 it. Yeah, open board right now. cLoveer's gonna go with a Sludge Belcher play in this confused Zoo deck. Okay, many options now for Zenix. He can run, definitely going to save Big Game Hunter for when the Giants come down. He has an option to go Cairn and Sylvanas. He's going to go for Cairn first, helping him out quite a bit in the last game. 20 cards left. We just saw the hand of Zen.
I think it wasn't Kane that helped him, it was Sylvanas. Kane was helping cLoveer.
Oh, right, sorry. Yeah. cLoveer was the one making use of the beef.
The beef. The ribeye. The sirloin steak.
The ribeye.
The moving sirloin steak.
Oh, man. I could use some ribeye right about now.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cairn not going to be enough to take down the Sludge Belcher. Brawl is definitely going to be useless at this point.
All Death Rattle. All has Death Rattle. And they're all going to come back. Some going to come back bigger, some going to come back smaller, some going to come back same size.
Everybody's kind of like, everybody's going to be like, come at me.
We're all going to be back. We're all going to be back, that's for sure. Except for one who's going to be original, and I hope that's the egg.
Okay, and let's add another fighter to that mix in the Brawl. Everybody just has something to prove. Thinking about it, Sylvanas is the best play he can do right now, and armor up.
Yeah.
Sylvanas, of course, will have the capability to deal with the Sludge Belcher next turn. Maybe he can just sit pretty. Oh no, okay, he's gonna take his chances and deal the damage. cLoveer, unless he runs like the 2 damage Warlock spell, not really gonna be able to deal with Cairn at this moment.
I'm thinking of Power Overwhelming, but because of Sylvanas, the O2 is currently put on Production Halt.
Production Halt.
Yeah, no more Rubin. Yeah, we're
Return
currently
to
going to shut down. Yeah. And we're going to fire all the workers right now in his egg. So, I think that there is nothing that cLoveer could really do against Sylvanas. You have to clear it. And as painful as it may be, it means they're going to give something there. The best you can do is to give him as small a minion as possible. So, how do you like Shadow Flame here?
Oh man, Shadow Flame with Power Overwhelming, you mean?
Yeah.
Not gonna be that useful. Not with Bane and Sylvanas gonna steal something.
But the thing is, Headlock don't really have efficient ways to deal with this situation. They cannot Soulfire, they cannot Shadow Flame, they cannot Power Overwhelming.
It's gonna have to make a decision now.
Yep, the timer's running shy here, and Bane's gonna come out at least. So Lower Thap. Lower Thap is interesting. Are you gonna give Sylvanas Lower Thap? Oh no, okay. I think Sylvanas gonna... Okay, Bane is gonna hit the 1-2, Sylvanas gonna hit Lower Thap, and he's gonna steal the egg.
Ooh, yes. I like that.
Armor Smith in the mix.
I like that. I like that.
He can even faceless Armor Smith. Oh, sorry, Armor Smith
faceless Sylvanas.
And do that trick. So Sylvanas is still alive. You get Lower Thap for free, and
yes,
hammering the nail in the coffin.
He has enough for faceless and Armor Smith and armoring up.
Yeah, perfect. We just made the play there for him.
Yes. Go Zenix, execute. Please execute.
Not your own minion, please. Because that apparently doesn't work.
There you go.
Yes,
Step 1.
Copy. And this arrow here really scares the shit out of cLoveer. And yes, it's true. It's 2 Sylvanas.
Step
1
2
is barely enough. Or barely there. He had a lot of trouble dealing with 1, but now he's going to deal with 2. The good news is 1 is going to convert itself into Lower Thap real soon. Is it? No, it's going to convert itself into an egg. What am I saying? Yeah, it's going to steal the egg. And the other 5/5 still could be there. So
Step 3. Step 4. Bane into the slime. Let's go. Yes. 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 Step 4. Okay.
Stealing an egg is really not worth it.
It could be. I mean, it prevents like a Hellfire or a Shadow Flame.
Oh, you're right.
Just
5 seconds. And he goes to the
gosh.
dome. Here, Shadow Flame is gonna navigate. What am I saying?
Navigate.
What is
Word
navigate?
of the day. Navigate.
New word learned today. Navigate. It's really just gonna nullify.
It's actually nullivate.
Is it nullivate? No, right?
No.
You're just trolling me. What?
Just trolling.
What? No, it's not. Okay, it's just gonna nullify the
Nullify.
faceless manipulator there. So
Don't listen to us. Learn your English. It's nullified.
yeah.
And then if
Attack
it's plural,
faceless, please.
if it's plural, it's nullivate. Or used as an adverb. Okay, armor's bye-bye for Zenix. Shadow Flame gonna come down now, and
Should
wow.
have taken the damn egg. Come on. Okay, Leroy is still gonna provide the same value, I think, for cLoveer. If it's just that it would be 1 damage more, and the egg was spawned in the Nerubian, but now Granddad number 1's gonna come out, and Warrior is in really bad shape.
Okay, Sludge Belcher and Big Game Hunter, I think, are the obvious plays, and Armor Up.
Yep.
So Giants are still on the way. They are on the horizon. No way to activate the egg just yet, but he does have defense. He does have 7 damage on the board, and still has Brawl in his hand and Execute. So still a chance. cLoveer is down to 15.
Yeah, hindsight 2020. It seems like if he go for lower tap there and Leroy came out, it would just spawn out the 4/4, which is a lot better. I guess the Molten Giant wouldn't be in play as well, so Big Game Hunter would be safe till later, which is still fine. And here the 4/5, if he comes out, yeah, Siphon Soul's gonna kill Sludge Belcher, so sorry. But it's gone. Fairy War X, of course.
Execute?
No.
Slime into Execute?
I don't like that. Really don't like that.
Well, he can just swing at it, though.
Yeah. But executing it is not what I think is optimal now. This is like practically a no goalkeeper situation for cLoveer. The only, okay, there's just one goalkeeper, and that's a 4/5. That's not a really good defender. So, I feel that you should go all in. There's also no more taunt providing minion in the hand here for cLoveer, but Zenix obviously doesn't know that.
He's gonna go with Execute.
Oh man.
He can still swing for the 2/3. I think that's a good play.
Yeah, so
And
2,
still
3.
maintain the 4 damage for the
Go,
Big Game Hunt.
go, let's go. He already used 1 Molten Giant. If he had a second one, he would have played it as well. Think about that.
Yep.
But no, wait, he couldn't. He didn't have enough mana for that. All right, sure. So maybe he has.
So
a second
7 damage
What
on the
is
board
this
for Zenix.
card? What is this card doing in his deck?
I actually can't see it, so I'm excited.
Savannah's Windrunner
What?
in a Warlock handlock.
Hello, Season 4. Welcome back, Sylvanas. She's gonna Soulfire. Gul'dan's
cLoveer
gonna
just-
Soulfire.
Okay, before that, cLoveer just pulled off a GG Leo there. Soulfire into Mortal Coil. Friends of GG Leo will be laughing right now. They're like, yeah, that's so Leo. Soulfire into Mortal Coil, or Soulfire into Soulfire. So power overwhelming.
cLoveer wants that egg back, I think.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, we want that egg back, please. We are going to power overwhelming. We are going to ram directly into Gromash, and we're gonna rob him of all his armor, and we're gonna get back the egg, the prize egg.
Oh boy.
Or maybe not, just play Sun Fury, live tap into something. Molten, no, Twilight is fantastic, what a draw. Twilight into Sun Fury, both of them. But he needs to be very careful. If he plays any more like this, he's gonna be running out of taunt providing minions very soon.
I think now is the time to brawl. I think now is the time. Death Spite, okay. Brawl first, I think. Brawl? No? Okay, he wants the card draw first before he gets the brawl. Unstable Ghoul, not really gonna do anything for him right now. I think now is the time to brawl. Here
Alright,
comes
so-
the brawl.
Just updating the stream schedule here. We'll be doing a Nyx versus whoever on stream, and in the background there, Lucani will start a game against who's that? Ignis, yeah, of course.
Oh wow. cLoveer just got the better end of that deal. Unstable Ghoul gonna come down though.
Yeah, definitely. The brawl was, I feel, necessary, but even then, it's like I don't know what.
So
Pretty
they're
good
both.
still, pretty good still.
It looks like they're both still. I mean, they're both equal on the card draw.
Faceless. How is that equal on card draw? You mean the card remaining?
I mean, the cards remaining. Yeah. I think there's Zenix has drawn a little bit more.
That's just not good for cLoveer because Zenix doesn't have any card left in hand, so it's really bad. Faceless gonna be safe for 20 damage. Leroy power overwhelming Faceless combo. We're gonna see that here, and Ancient Watcher just gonna watch. Alright, I'm gonna do an announcement. So we're gonna have Lokani versus Ignis in the background, and we're also gonna have Zenix or cLoveer versus Nyx on stream. So can Ignis as well as Lokani please go on to your game, please, the semifinals. And that was to the players. So apologies if you find that disturbing.
Okay. Still a lot of threats on the side of cLoveer. Deathspite, not really gonna do all that much, but Ragnaros, okay. Ragnaros could be working for Zenix now. Let's see. Yep, so 10 health left for cLoveer. Not much.
Defender Archers. He still has got one Molten Giant. He
Yep.
still has got a Molten Giant, but he needs to be careful if he taps here and Ragnaros snipes him out. Zenix is gonna snag the victory again. And he needs to know that he is 10 health and should not tap.
Yep.
Defender Argus, that's all he needs to do. Perfect, perfect. Well done. And turn. And hopefully it's not execute here. Oh, it's Shield Slam. That's equally bad. I
It's gonna be
believe it's
50-50 now. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's gonna be 100%.
No, even if it's 100%, it's not gonna get a. He's still not gonna win yet. I think. Oh, he's okay. Okay, this is fine.
Here we go.
I like this. 50-50.
Is he gonna take back? Is he
Wait,
gonna
wait,
do
wait.
a
Let's
turn?
hold. Let's wait for cLoveer's
Oh.
stream. Let's wait for cLoveer because it's still not. Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Sorry, Katips. I know you cannot see cLoveer's screen. That's why you're kind of pre-hyped and post-hyped. You cannot hit the P. No extra stuff there for you, but I'm sorry. So cLoveer is gonna drop that game, and it's going to the game of the 5th game, the ace game. Holy cow! Like I said, Druid would have done a lot better.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see it anyway. Game 5.
Right. So I'm sorry, Katips, for that, but I realized that the spectators are taking my view. They're taking cLoveer's view. That's why.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Sorry, I
if-
don't understand.
Okay, if you say your play, because you're watching from the player who's doing the play, right? He's gonna load first, and the player who's gonna receive that is not gonna get the load. So that's what the audience was saying yesterday on Twitch, that we're killing the hype because we're saying things before it happened. We're being prophets
Oh.
because that's not what they're watching. We're saying like Ragnaros hit face, but then the fireball in stream is just charging up. It's just charging
I
up.
see.
Then
Okay,
well,
right.
yeah, that's why. So I think when it comes to moments like this, I'm gonna have to take over.
Sure.
So sorry. Unless you
No
can take the bottom
problem.
view. You wanna watch cLoveer instead? Do you wanna
Well, it
do
doesn't
that?
matter now. Ace match for each of them.
Okay, maybe for the next game we'll do that so that it's in sync. Alright?
Yep, sure.
Alright, so 2-2 ace match here, and cLoveer is on the bottom half of this board, playing as the Druid. And it's the same warrior that just went 2 and in, and Kalthaza shows his ugly face.
Wow, endurance match for these players. Well, endurance match for us. Also, I think this is we're in the 1 hour and 20 minute mark for this match.
Yep, 1 hour and 8.
Okay. So cLoveer not having the best hand. I mean, okay, it's not bad. He does get unstable ghoul. He gets an execute. He gets shield block. And even with KT in hand, I think that's pretty decent as a response. Yeah. So how's it looking like from the hand of cLoveer? He's just gonna hero power and attack.
cLoveer. Let me see. cLoveer is looking really bad. He does have the Blemish Stalnos, Harvest Golem. I think he's got some synergy at turn 3. But no taunts yet, and you really want taunt. Oh, actually, this is not the deck I was talking about. This is Chewing Yeti value deck.
Okay. Actually, Babel, can you just give me 10 seconds? Just there's something that came up
Sure,
here on this side.
Sure.
Be right back. Be right back, guys.
Alright, so we have Zenix with the Fire War X, and now he's gonna kill the Harvest Golem. The damage bot's gonna be back here, and cLoveer by himself will have a pretty valuable play in this turn. He's gonna play the Chewing Yeti, still gonna deal damage regardless of the Fire War X. And for Zenix don't really have a good play in his turn. It's turn 4 for him. He can coin into a Sludge Belcher, but that means that he's going to be dead for turn 5. Shield block here is going to be pretty okay. But it's a bad turn because you don't really have an answer for the 4-5. Shield slam unless he slams here. And yeah, alright, so that's good. He's still going to slam that. He's going to take out of the damage bot. cLoveer might be playing lower tap next turn.
Okay, sorry about that. I am back.
Don't worry.
Just fell on my side. So what's been happening?
Basically the Harvest Golem spawned a damage bot and the Yeti got taken care of by a shield block, shield slam.
Nice. The Trump combo, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, Lothab gonna come down now for cLoveer. Zenix, well, doesn't really need any spells at the moment, but that is a 5-5 on the board. He's gonna put down Sludge Belcher. I think that's the best play.
I agree. I like that. So the 5-5 can knock on the 3-5. Silence first, of course. Why not, right? And
Yep.
What's next? We could see Rough, probably. We could see... No, we're just gonna see Hero Power. Alright, fine, that's fair.
Yep, so nice board control now by cLoveer. For Zenix, not really many options. He can go into a... Okay, he can cleave, though. He can cleave and put down the Unstable Ghoul, as well as an Armor Smith. So that's going to take care of Lothab. And thinking about it, though. And if you guys are watching on stream or trying to handle it...
Yep. Alright, so Unstable Ghoul is back here, and we're gonna see the Armor Smith as well. This is gonna provide some form of armor for Zenix. And for cLoveer, it's got Naturalize, so that's interesting.
Yeah. So Naturalize not really ran because it potentially gives your opponent too much of an advantage whenever you use it, but it could be the tech card that spells the difference in this match. But yeah, it's a bit of a waiting game with control deck versus control deck. So the players have to take a lot of things into consideration before they make their moves. So we can't always bring the hype turn by turn.
Oh yeah, and here I think the Rough is pretty good, but unfortunately that's gonna help the Armor Smith get 1 armor, and I think 1 armor is still pretty okay. Gonna remove the armor with the Hero Power as well, so that's still fine. And now turn 7 for Garrosh. What do you think you should do?
Turn 7 for Garrosh.
It's got KT though.
Ooh, Death's Bite. It's gonna be quite useful. He can use it to swing for the damaged golem.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
but he's 1 charge away though.
Yeah, exactly. And even then, Death Rattles take effect after the
Yeah, that's right.
the burst, the whirlwind from the Death's Bite.
That's right. Huh. Well, he can use it now and then drop Grommash next turn, and then swing again for the charge. What do you think about that one?
I think it's okay. It's not bad. He's gonna have a lot of value, that's why playing Death's Bite here is correct. The only sad thing is the Armor Smith probably just gonna die.
But not before
Taking
giving
1
up one more armor. Sometimes it spells a difference. So cLoveer now. Any options on his side of the board?
Druid of the Claw.
Okay.
That's gonna be a pretty big draw for him, and I think I just Hero Power to kill off the... Oh! Uh-oh, why did you do that? Anyway, it's gonna die, so why not, right? Same thing. But he could have dealt 1 extra damage, just saying. But by doing so, I think he negates some damage on himself, just 1.
Mm-hmm. So Karen could come down now for Zenix. He could also execute after striking with... no, I think he's just gonna save it. He should just save it. Yep. So, yeah. So what do you think is the long-term possible strategy for cLoveer, knowing that in the hand of Zenix is a Kel'Thuzad, is a Grommash? What do you think are his options for the late game?
What are his options in the late game? Really, cLoveer's deck is really weird. He runs Earthering Farseer. I think this is a defensive druid deck. It's not even a ram deck. It's like you are on par in terms of mana with your opponent, which is not what I like. I like to have ram into Taunt. I think that's even better because you have something you can do with. Even Token Druid would do pretty well.
Yep.
But in this instance, it really depends on what are his outs in the late game. You know, if he runs Ysera, if he runs Scenarios, things like that. He already has got Savage Roar in his hand here. So probably just need to set up more minions, probably just need to rub off the armor a little bit here and there, and I think that it's still gonna be fine, but like I said, it's really dependent on what he has in the late game, which he's gonna get roped here. Swipe, yep, okay, just gonna swipe for 5 to kill Kayn, and we'll do everything it takes to take care of his son as well.
Okay, well that takes care of Bane. Still has board control. Execute now could probably come down for the Druid of the Claw. Or he can... I don't know, should he swing for the Druid of the Claw?
Swing for Druid of the Claw, not really ideal. It will help cLoveer get 1 extra card. I think if you want to do that, you really should play Grommash first.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, so that you get the full 10 damage. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, that's good. But there's Naturalize, so...
Naturalize. What a tech card. It'll be interesting. Let's see if he plays it. Let's see if he plays it.
Imagine if he didn't run Naturalize. That is really... Oh, the Ooze just came in when the weapon checked out. That's really bad. You can draw a card here, but if you didn't have Naturalize, I don't think that cLoveer is going to have anything at all that can deal with this 10-8. Oh, maybe Starfall, but Starfall is not going to be enough. With Rough, but there's no Roughs, he's just going to Naturalize here.
This is a Season 6 deck. This is a couple of seasons behind. Well, okay. Naturalize. Let's see what 2 cards... Okay, Sludge Belcher. Alex Straza. Wow. That was not a value of Naturalize.
He's just going to play like Straza now. So this is why, you know, Naturalize is a prime example of how bad that card is.
Oh man, that is just gonna bite him in the butt. Alex Straza probably gonna come down now. Just wants to get into a good position to be within striking distance. He still has a lot of removal. He still has 2 brawls. He still has... he has 2 executes, a single brawl, and Kel'Thuzad could ensure victory.
Yes, Kel'Thuzad next turn. I would like to
I'm sure,
see
Babael,
that.
you're excited about that.
Yeah, it's always that. And Zenix might just go through. cLoveer is in a bit of a spot. Gonna trade. This deck is very, very interesting.
Damage has been done, though.
This deck has got no big minions at all. No big minions. It's either it doesn't have big minions or it's not drawing into big minions.
Well, I can see now why he chose to play this last.
But he's got quite a few variations of Druid deck. He should have some big minions in them. Why did he choose to play this particular deck? Did he think for a while that Zenix might pull a Zoo on him or pull an early game on him? And oh, this is not how you play Kel'Thuzad, by the way, guys. You always want to have minions before you play Kel'Thuzad so you can trade effectively. And
so if the Sludge Belcher dies on the turn and the Slime remains with Kel'Thuzad in play, do you get another Sludge Belcher?
Yep.
Okay, wow.
But the Sludge Belcher is not going to stay alive because Starfall is just going all in. And Claw. Wow, Claw. Really?
Okay, let's move back a few seasons. We're back to season 2, 3. Claw on the Druid. Okay.
This is very vanilla.
Very vanilla indeed.
No one plays Claw these days. Oh, Kel'Thuzad. He just wants to protect the 1-1.
That's gonna be enough defense. That Slime's just gonna keep coming back.
Rough.
Oh man, what is this?
You can rough a card, but a 1-2 is gonna be back.
I don't understand this deck.
Oh man, he doesn't have a choice. He's gonna give full health back. Oh, and silence. Yes, please silence. Yeah. Oh wow, great top deck. KT completely useless right now.
Well, that is still 6 damage on the board. Sylvanas could have. I mean, if Sylvanas comes down, that could have been the best silence target. Oh boy. Oh, Sylvanas definitely has to come down now.
Yep.
Yes. Here we go. And he's gonna armor up and a weapon up and shield slam.
Oh man, 5 armor again. Shield slamming a 2-4. Zenix is losing faith in cLoveer. Zenix thinking this guy doesn't have big minions.
Yep.
And he's
We're
right,
at-
chewing Yeti again.
We're at turn 18 and nothing has come down in any form of threats.
This
Zenix is
supposed-
effectively 28.
This is supposed to be an aggro deck.
Is it?
I think you have Ooze, you have he just didn't have turn 1 Innovate Yeti. I think that would have changed a lot of things if you had turn 1 Innovate Yeti with Harvest Golem and Ooze and Savage Roar and a lot of crushable cards like Naturalize, Claw.
Naturalize.
Claw. No,
Well, Naturalize is what ended him.
Naturalize is understandable to me because I thought Naturalize is still valid, but to a certain extent, you know, when you're really desperate, still okay. But Claw, what's
And
Claw gonna
looks
do?
like, oh gosh.
Oh, Zenix is gonna go through. Zenix will go through, and cLoveer is out of this tournament. Oh my god, all the fans out here in the stream is really gonna feel sad about that.
It's a reverse all kill.
It is.
Wow. Down to the wire for Zenix. He wants it bad. He's going to be facing Nyx in the semifinals. And we are waiting for the results of Ignis and Lucani. They're not done yet, it looks like.
Nope, but we're gonna go ahead with Nyx as well as cLoveer.
Yep. Oh, you mean Nyx and Zenix.
Oh, sorry. Oh, damn. All right, Nyx and Zenix. My bad, guys. Sorry.
So do we have a timer on that last match?
Yeah, 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Oh wow. Almost hit our 1 hour. What was it yesterday? 1 hour 30?
38. Yeah.
Wow. Man.
Okay, we're gonna go for a short while, and I promise you we'll be back in 5 minutes. Alright, so maybe even earlier, 4 minutes. So see you guys in a while. This is Babael, joining me is Katips, and we'll be right back. So